Welcome back. Welcome. Welcome to the podcast where we think we know everything, but we don't know shit. But what we do know is, aside from the facts that our team suck, all Chicago teams suck, aside from that, we do know that the Bears really have a chance to right the ship. They have a chance to. You know, they feel like they got the coach right. And like I said, in my opinion, I don't think they did. But I hope I'm wrong. So they feel they got the coach right. Will they get the draft right? Will they get the free agents right? Who do we need? What do we need? Well, we'll talk about all of that in the podcast, as well as maybe a little bit of Bulls. Yeah, they suck too. They gave up Zach LaVine, so I don't quite know what the hell they're doing. The Cubs, we don't really know what they're doing either. They suck. The White Sox suck. They don't know what they're doing. They're terrible. And they brought in a new coach, setting him up for failure. Poor guy. Because that team is going to be terrible. Sorry, Bucks. Emilio Bucks. He's a resident White Sox guy, but I'm not too optimistic about the White Sox. But anyway, so we got a good show coming towards you today. But I wanted to take a minute to be serious for a second. Mental health. It's real shit. It's real shit. You know, a lot of dudes say, man, I'm not crazy. I don't need to talk to no shrink. I don't need no psychiatrist. I don't need to talk to nobody. I don't need a counselor. Because you think you're okay. When you're really not. Think about that. I think I'm okay. And I was that guy that always said, man, I'm straight. I don't need to talk to nobody. Time will heal. I'll be okay. Not the case, man. Not the case. So I've turned around now, and I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to someone, man. I'm not too macho to say that now. So y'all think about it, because I know some of you out there are just that dude that I just described. No, I'm cool. I don't need to talk to nobody. I'm straight. You know, time will heal everything. I'll be okay. No, man. Mental health it's a real thing. It's a real thing. All right, I'm off that soapbox. Let's get back to business. Let's get to the show. Hit it.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
Summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
And we are back just like that. That kind of rhymed a little bit, man. I got bars. But yeah, so let's bring in our guys, man, and we'll talk about all of this that's going on in Chicago sports right now, even though there's no football. So damn. But anyway, let me bring in the stat man who knows every single stat from every single team, basketball and football, 80s and 90s. In 2002, my man JB. What up, JB?
What up, T?
Man, what's good with you, homie?
Man, just, trying to make it, trying to find something to believe in because the damn show ain't here in the Chicago sports arena.
Oof, you got that right, man. You got that right, bro. Well, let's start with this. How was your weekend?
Weekend was good.
Weekend was good. What'd you do for Valentine's Day, bro?
Nothing.
You didn't do nothing?
No.
You didn't go nowhere, nothing?
I don't know, did I? I feel like an alley-oop.
Yeah, I threw you one, but you were like, yeah, nah, I ain't catching that. Oh, so you just had a boring ass day at the crib?
No, the All-Star game was kind of boring. So
All-Star game was I knew that was gonna be. I didn't even watch it.
All-Star weekend was terrible.
All-Star weekend was terrible, huh? Woo. Wait, but didn't the dude jump over a car and dunk the ball?
Man, we've seen that before, man.
We see that shit, huh?
Not only have we seen it before, like it wasn't even as impressive now as it was before. So I'm not. They might need to do away with the dunk contest or just start getting like some people off the internet to do it.
Really? Is that bad? You got to go to the internet to get people?
Think about it like this. If you have like a guy that is like downstate Louisiana or something and is doing like 360 windmills from the free throw line and stuff, but you got guys that are in the NBA that are supposed to be the best of the best of the best that aren't even trying to do it in the dunk contest. It's like, why? Like what's the draw? And then the actual All-Star weekend, terrible.
What about the women's 101? Was that any fun?
No, it's like they throwing stuff against the wall to see what sticks, and it's just not working.
It's not working, huh? Damn. Oh well, what's the NBA gonna do, man? It sounds like they're in a sinking ship.
Well, maybe if they had people similar to like the NFL, the old NFL Pro Bowl, like if the guys played for real, it would be a little better. But
so there was no defense played again.
No, man, it was 4 teams, and each one was the first team to 41, and it was like a little bogus Final Four bracket. Like it was just terrible, man.
Oh God, man! Okay.
It wasn't worth the time that I'm talking about it right
now. Damn, I'm getting depressed listening to it. All right, so let's bring in the next All-Star then. Maybe he has something better to say. My man probably has the foulest mouth in the city, but he's a new dad, so it might not be so foul. And he's about to get him. Well, I'll let him tell you that. Let's bring him in, my man, Foul Mouth C. Foul Mouth.
Morning. Evening, fellas. Yeah. I'm listening to you guys talk about the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you just like this. The NBA is in a lot of trouble, man.
Man,
they in a lot of trouble. They're losing money. For one, the NBA All-Star game hasn't been fun to watch. God knows fucking how long. Adam Silver, the money, the problem is the money's too big.
It is.
These guys have gone to become straight prima donnas. I mean, you look at it, Jimmy Butler was going to be making what, $60 million a year? You heard me, right? $60 million
That's
a
nuts.
year.
And he not even that cold.
Not for the entirety of his fucking contract. A year. The money's too big. These players don't care anymore because, hell, why would you care? I can go out there and play. Shit, it's what? 82 game season. I can play 60 and still get $60 million. That's $1 million a game. My team make the playoffs. Cool. They don't. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go back home in my big ass mansion with my nice ass cars, and if I'm single, with all your and enjoying my off season, doing whatever it is I want to do. It's in trouble. It's nothing but a layup. They don't play defense. They don't even play the game hard in the All-Star game. Go back in the 90s. Look at that All-Star game. Look how they played defense. How guys emphasize the competitive nature is not there. These guys all want to be butt buddies. You know what I'm saying? Rub each other down with baby oil. Go to Diddy parties afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. The NBA is a fucking joke. That's why I watched more WNBA games last year than I watched the NBA. And I haven't even watched, I think I watched one full NBA game this year. One. I still like the NBA. Fucking sucks ass.
Wow.
The NBA is not fantastic anymore. Remember that? The NBA action. It's fantastic.
Yep, I remember that.
Not no more.
Not anymore. So aside from that, everything cool? Ricky cool?
Yeah, he cool. He's starting to do his little teething thing, drooling all over the place now.
Okay. All right, but that's all good, man.
Yeah.
That is all good. How is the soon to be wife?
Oh, she's doing good. She's not getting on my nerves.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's doing good. Still beautiful as usual, nice as usual. I'm a lucky man. I can admit it. I'm a lucky man.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Hey, it's very fine. It's very rare that you find a woman that's fine with a heart of gold and the body of a goddess, man. I'm a lucky man. And she's smart and intelligent and cook. I'm lucky.
Cook. That is key. Cook.
Mm-hmm.
You want to find a man's heart, and these ladies watching this podcast right now, I'm about to give you a gem. You want to find a man's heart? Cook.
You know what? Tell you the truth.
It.
I got to push back on that, T. That's the key to a woman's heart. Every woman got a fat broad in her that's trying to get out. I'm telling you, you cook for a woman, you got her ass, draws and all, man. And it's good. Shit, she ain't leaving your motherfucking ass. No, not at all. She coming back.
Can you cook?
Look, you see what Jeanette said? I should have been married if that was the case. Ask her would she marry a man that can cook his ass off.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. That is funny. Well, man, let's bring in our last but not least all-star who has that hockey talk tonight.
That hockey talk.
Hockey talk. My man,
no more hockey.
Frank the Tank.
Sounded like we were doing the Hawk Tua right there or something.
Yeah.
The Hawk Tua talk.
Hawk Tua.
So, yeah, hey, what's up, guys? So, chiming in with that NBA All-Star game. You can't say it was that bad because that NHL All-Star game was fucking incredible. Nobody caught that NHL All-Star.
No, I don't think so, man.
Should have.
I didn't know they had an All-Star game.
That was the All-Star weekend. The videos that I've sent you, they switched it up this year, and I'll break that down a little bit.
Wait. Time out. The NHL All-Star weekend was the same as the NBA?
Yeah, it always is.
Wow.
Who knows?
Because nobody watches either one of them. I mean, both All-Star games were fucking awful. But, I mean, I'll break this down more when I have my hockey talk. But they started a whole new trend this year that they're trying it out, and it is exploding because they've had the best hockey watching ratings since 2014, which was a freaking All-Star game technically. But they combined it between kind of like All-Stars and international play. So it was just – but, yeah, we'll break that down when you're ready to have
JJ.
We'll break that down when you're ready to have me breaking down. So how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, I'm cool, man. I just I had to be a little bit serious about the men's mental health because this weekend, man, I won't candy coat it, but I don't want to bring the mood down or anything like that. So I'll just make a long story short. I had a battle with anxiety, but I'm okay now.
Hey, mental health is real. Trust me, I know.
It absolutely is real.
Yeah, I still battle with anxiety now. After I had my incident over a year ago, so I still battle with that anxiety now. If I'm pretty much not in control of a vehicle or something, my anxiety kicks in.
Right.
Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I totally get it. Mental health is a real issue. Is nothing to be played with. The brain what makes everything else go. Yep. Body can't function without the brain.
Exactly.
But the brain can function without the body.
That it can.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on from that.
Hey, I do want to say one thing that I did love with the introductions, JB. When you said internet type thing, I never praised Stephen A. Smith because I don't like the clown. But he said one thing that I loved in regards to the slam dunk contest. He said, and he did say it, LeBron James started this whole trend pretty much of superstars never competing in slam dunk contests. When that trend started, it would be nice where you take the superstar players and they have to go find a street ball type player to compete in the slam dunk contest, and they get the reward winnings for when they do the slam dunk, because at least they'll play with passion and actually try to dunk these freaking balls. Because it's sad. Like, I mean, I watched my hockey All-Star weekend. I didn't watch the stuff. I had it recorded. I didn't rewatch it, and it's embarrassing. And I'm going to say it now. F you, LeBron James, for deciding last freaking second that you're not going to compete in the All-Star game, not allowing somebody else who possibly would have had the dream to compete in the freaking All-Star game. You're a freaking piece of crap. Absolute piece of crap for that. And don't act like that was not always a plan. Still had to take pictures, not in uniform. Still had to make sure you kept up with public appearances. You are one of the people who destroy the NBA All-Star weekend. Because guess what? It has not been the same since Kobe Bryant retired. That's when the NBA All-Star team just went straight down. Because he actually tried in the All-Star games. I remember when he locked up LeBron James in his last year in the All-Star game.
94 feet he was guarding.
Yep.
All hail Queen James.
I go Princess James. I don't even give him that crown.
Hey, it's just simple. The players in the NBA, fellas, they do not respect the fans. No. They don't respect their time. They don't respect their energy. And more importantly, they don't respect the money that these fans pay to come see these lazy-ass, entitled-ass players. And that's exactly what they are. They're lazy. They're entitled. The money has gotten too big. I much rather go see the WNBA women that are not as skilled.
Yeah, they try.
At least I know that they're gonna play with heart.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna play with feistiness. They're gonna play with passion because they're not getting paid the big money. You know, they can go overseas and get paid more than what they're getting paid in the WNBA. Well, you got
a lot of them do. A lot of them do.
Yeah, and you got all these prima donnas that's in the NBA that's over here getting paid all these millions of dollars. Oh, I don't want to play here no more. Oh, they're not renewing my contract. My contract is not being renewed. Trade me. Trade me. Get your soft ass out of here, dude. Y'all making the average NBA, the 12 man down there on the bench, the average NBA player is making $10 million a year.
It went up. Jesus.
And the average NBA player is making $10 million a year. Shit, put me as the 12 man. I'll come out there with my pom-poms and everything for $10 million. I'll be your personalized water boy. I can't believe the NBA has gone and gotten this bad, man. And it all starts with the whole butt buddy shit. Let's go team up together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's create this super team. Let's do this.
I wanted to upload a video on here. I didn't have time, but I think I sent it to all you guys. It's actually he will be, and I will say it, he will be the first black Hall of Fame hockey player once he's eligible. So that's awesome. But he did PK Subban, yeah. He did an interview that was talking about the difference between hockey and basketball. And he straight up said, he was like, I mean, you look at what hockey players are doing right now with this certain all-star break that they're having compared to basketball players. Basketball players don't play with any heart. They don't play for the passion of the game anymore. They already make all the money. They're afraid to get hurt. They'll take days off. Like, it's just not fair to the fans. It is an absolute embarrassment.
And you know what's
even so DeMar DeRozan, didn't he say that like last year or 2 years ago?
DeMar came out and said, like, basically talking about guys right now look at the NBA as they piggy bank to make as much money as they can, play as little games as they can, because that's how they getting paid. You kind of think about it, Frank. You a hard worker. I'm a hard worker. JB's a hard worker. T-Nick's a hard worker. LeBron James is one of the greatest, whether we like him or not, he's one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game.
No question.
If he decides on this night that, I want to get courtside, I want to spend damn near $1,000 on a seat just to sit up there to see LeBron James up close and personal, and then he decides because my team ain't shit, or he's trying to back to back, he like, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out. You know how pissed I'm going to be?
Yeah. There are still a few players out there who do that, but it's not common. It's not common anymore, and it's sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
I believe Iman Shepherd said that too when he was playing. He was like, people don't play for the love of the game anymore.
No, they don't.
It's all about it's a job. That's all it is. It's a job.
Yeah, but it's a very high-paying job.
Very, very high.
Very extremely high-paying job.
But it's like, my thing is this, and I can say this in some football circles too, because some people get that big payday,
and then they don't play as hard.
And they just don't play anymore. Mm-hmm. But for basketball, because you're like, if you say the average basketball career and average football career are both like 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years, right? You're going to make a lot more money in basketball than you're going to make in football if you're not like the top guy. So it's like, on one hand, it's like, dang, I think the football players should make a little bit more. But on the other side, basketball is like, you realize, what have you earned? What have you really done? Dude, you're averaging 3 points a game and you're making $10 million. Like, let that sink in. 3 points a game and you're making $10 million.
I mean, even bench players get like $8 million. People who
That's
don't.
What we talking about? Like just the average dude that
what's the vet minimum?
Like 7 minutes a game. Like,
what's the vet minimum now? Is it still only 2.5, or I'm sure it's probably up to at least 4?
Probably more than that.
Yeah, it's probably up to at least 4 or 5 now. And like those people hardly even see the court. Doesn't matter.
They do. They hardly see the court. You got too many young guys coming in. They don't have no veterans. The veterans are being pushed out because they're bringing in all the young guys that supposed to be full of potential and all this. Like, you kind of think about it. The guy that won a slam dunk competition is in the damn G League.
Jeremy, I'll break that down, Jeremy. We know.
I'll break everything that you need to know. What they need to do to fix the NBA, first of all, to get rid of all that dumbass 3-point shooting. Yeah. Get rid of the 3-point shot, period. Make everything a 2-pointer. It don't matter how far. You can shoot that motherfucker from the other end. I'm sorry, son. You can shoot that from the other end.
Or limit it, like you can only shoot like 12 a game or something. Like you got to be strategic.
After that, no matter what, it's a 2-pointer.
Yeah, it's a 2-pointer.
But
then also
mid-range is more fun than this 3-pointer.
Yeah, you want to get rid of these prima donnas? Quit making their contracts guaranteed. See, that's why the guys in the NFL got to go out and play balls to the wall, because their contracts are not guaranteed.
Right.
Not 100%. Now, you got a few dudes in there where you got a couple thirsty organizations that do that. Cleveland with Deshaun Watson, and Minnesota have been doing it for years with Kirk Cousins.
I want to piggyback on what Easy just said right here. Why don't the NBA maybe try that? I wish baseball did that again. I don't know why they stopped.
The thing is this, Frank. The
Make
game,
it mean something.
You know what they actually asked? They said, if you want us to play hard in the NBA All-Star game, pay us more.
Pay us more.
You already making big time money, and they want you to pay them more. These guys forgot how it is to play for the love of the game.
Yep.
When we go out there and we play, which I ain't played in so long, but when we go out there and we play ball for the love of the game. We play with competitive spirit. I ain't sitting up there going on the sideline like, oh man, he cold. Come on, man. Let's go ahead. The 4 best players in the damn gym, let's all get together and sit up there and play. No. The game is messed up, man. Adam Silver, who is the commissioner, has ruined the game of basketball. At least he's ruined it for me and probably some more NBA fans.
I was going to say, though, is it really him who ruined it, or is it more the players? Because doesn't
he want to sit up there and allow
players' union gets
he allowed it to happen?
Yeah, but don't the players' union get away with so much stuff that let me
tell you something. David Stern would have never allowed this stuff to take place. That's one. 2, when you sit up there and you have to try to come in with play-in tournaments and all this other crap to incentivize people just to play for real. Like Fowl said, it's because you already paid. Before you play one game, your money's guaranteed and locked in. My problem is when you have a hometown fan base like Chicago, and we would literally rather watch like whatever college game is on that night. It could be Burt and Ernie University versus Joe's Crab Shack University, and we would rather watch that than watch the Bulls play.
Because they play with heart.
Because they play with heart and purpose. The only thing, in my opinion, that even still keeps them on the pedestal is the gambling.
Yeah.
Because of Prize Picks and FanDuel and DraftKings and all that. To me, that's the only thing, because now I don't have to watch it because I like it. I'm watching it because I want to make some money for myself. That's the only thing that I can think that's keeping the flow. Because right now, nobody that's ever watched basketball from 1980, and I'm going to chime in and tag my moms in, from 1980-ish to 2025, you cannot say the product has gotten better.
Absolutely not. And you nailed it right there when you were talking about draft. You nailed it talking about gambling and DraftKings and all that type of stuff. Yeah. That is the stuff holding the NBA up. Like that really is. And
when you legalize gambling on sports,
floodgates, brother.
When you allow too much money into sports, and trust me, I get it. These players, they want to get paid, but when you allow too much money, the money has gotten too big, too big. There's a good chance that when this TV contract is up,
they're going to be
guys won't be making $60 million.
They're going to be at straight.
Oh no, it's definitely going back down. It kind of has to, because now you're talking about
the networks, the TVs they're losing money. People are not.
Guess who's paying for it? Our amusement tax, our sports package tax. We can't even watch the Bulls on regular TV anymore. Like
No.
It's us that's hurting. Like we may watch 7 channels, but now our cable bill is $300. And the one thing we got that package for, we can't even watch it anymore because they took it away. It's like it's insisting on itself in a negative way. Where now, if it's not reined in soon, the NBA gonna be in one of them lockout situations again, where they probably could possibly fold, in my opinion, because it's too much money for too little product, load management, and all this other stuff, and then the commercialization. Hell, they getting money what they call a hand over fist. And it's just like, when is enough? And I'm sorry, and I like Jimmy Butler. I know we were fans of Jimmy Butler here. Jimmy Butler ain't worth no $60 million a year, man. Come on, cut it out.
Yeah, that's very true. He's not worth it, not no more. And then remember All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend used to be the weekend, man. You'll try to find your way to All-Star Weekend just to see the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and more importantly, the All-Star game. Now, ain't nobody want to go see that.
Because we looked up to these superstars and everything back then. We don't look up to them anymore because you don't even know if they're going to play.
They don't even look like they want to play with each other. I'll never forget. I'll take this and whoever out there in TV land can feel how they want. The last time I watched the Pro Bowl and I was actually excited was when Sean Taylor laid out that punter.
I remember that.
Because he was playing real football. The line just wasn't like hype. They was really getting into it.
You even think about the skills competition for the NFL back then. That was fun. The deep throw. That was
quarterback competition.
Quarterback challenge.
I don't know why they got rid of that.
Remember the fastest man? We don't even think that's
I don't know why they got rid of that. That was fun.
They used to do the field goal kickers play tic-tac-toe too. I thought that was cool as shit. They did that for a few years and then they stopped because they were afraid kickers were going to get hurt.
So the moral of the story is, in my opinion, right now we don't even realize that hockey has the best All-Star Weekend.
Well, at least you can
especially now. I'm saying now, yes. Absolutely now, yes. But back then, it was absolute embarrassment as well. So. Oh
well, no. So Easy, I like what Easy just said. Now QB Club was cold. Home Run Derby though, that was my thing.
That was back when the roids were all playing too, though. That was entertaining watching.
Man, there was something about watching that sweet swinging King
Griffey
Jr.
But even when you go into baseball, they're going to change up the home run derby. Now it's what is it? How many home runs that you?
What do you got? Like a minute or something? 2 minutes, something like that, right?
Yeah, it's something like
it. Just 10 strikes. That was it.
Yeah, because you used to always want to sit up there and see the guy that was probably the biggest and see him, how far he can hit the damn home run. And tell you the truth, I still want to see some of the biggest guys, see how far they hit the home run. I don't give a damn about how many you hit. I want to see one that damn near go out the damn stadium. Give me a ooh and ah. You hitting 40 goddamn home runs in a damn home run. There ain't shit fun about that. Nothing at all fun about that. I want to see somebody send some shit out of Yankee Stadium. Like they said Babe Ruth did. Like they said the great Josh Gibson did. Hit a home run out of Yankee Stadium. I want to see something
like old Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, the old Yankee Stadium. I want to see no shit with somebody the size of me. They can hit goddamn 60 damn home runs in a damn home run derby. Ain't shit fun about that shit. Well, I'm barely clearing the damn fence.
No, I mean, there are still some power hitters who can hit that ball. I'd love to see a Kyle Schwarber, even though I'm not a Cubs fan. I'd love to see a Kyle Schwarber just raking out 550, 600-foot home runs.
Well, do you remember? I think that was, don't quote me, 98-ish when Sammy Sosa hit that 500-foot in Milwaukee, and the dude he hit the dude on the slide. I mean, the dude.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Like Ken Griffey Jr. or was that Ken Griffey Jr.? He hit the warehouse in
Baltimore. Yeah,
stuff like that. Like all these All-Star weekends are just like they're just trash, man. It's almost like one, it's a fashion show. Two, it's like while I'm not watching the game, I want to see what new movie trailers coming out in the commercials.
But not only that, JB, guess what it was? Those all-star games and those all-star participants, guess what they were? All-stars. They won the seventh man on the bench. They were actually stars of the game that were doing it. When you sit up there and you think about it, the King Griffey Jr.'s, the Frank Thomases, the Jose Canseco's, the Jim Tome's, Sammy Sosa, the Mark McGuire's, all these guys, those were actually the stars of the game that were participating in it. Yes. That's what people come to see. The fucking style. They don't come see the damn six man on a bench. They don't come see a guy that's a utility player. They come to see the stars. That's what the damn all-star game is about. All stars. That's
the stars. I want to see the stars.
Shit. Hell, you want to do that? Pull my ass out from the damn crowd. Shit, I go out there and swing and miss or hit a damn 250 foot.
Hey, was that a base hit?
Yeah.
They don't play wiffle. Surprised they don't play
wiffle. Shit, who knows?
I can move you from first to second. I can move the runner.
Yeah. Who knows? Shit, I might strike out. Damn it.
So with that,
just show you, like, even and in the dunk contest, like who did Matt McClung might as well just name the damn trophy after him. Now all he do is win the damn dunk contest because that's all he can do. But damn, like
he can't even crack an NBA roster, and he could do that stuff. That stuff's crazy. But I mean, you did say earlier, JB, and I wanted to kind of move into that as well when you were talking about like hockey's new All-Star Weekend. So I want to break it down for everyone what they did. Okay, they used to do the same as the NBA. All the All-Stars on a team playing this tic-tac-toe bullshit that nobody fucking cared about. They tried something new this year, and they called it the Four Nations All-Star Game, where it is the top All-Stars from each nation for international play. So this year, you had United States, Canada, Sweden, and Finland. All the All-Stars on the NHL teams were on their own international team. And from what people don't realize is international play, you play for so much more because you're representing your country. So it was kind of a great idea for them to try to get these guys to actually play and make something very, very exciting.
So like an Olympic vibe?
It is. It's like a 4-team Olympic vibe. They might up it next year. I don't know. I will say this. Russia should have been one of the 4, but everybody knows why Russia wasn't in it. They probably should have been one of the 4. But the key thing of what they did this year was just the international play, building it up and everything, representing your country. And this past weekend, which was during the skills competition for the NBA, they had U.S. versus Canada. And it's the first time other than juniors or minor leagues or anything like that where Canada has faced United States since 2012. So there is always a rivalry because everybody knows for hockey, Canada is hockey. All right. Nobody should beat Canada. They should be smoking every single team that they play. So with that being said, I did have a little highlight tape of the game that happened between U.S. and Canada. And you're going to see start in the beginning where – and I know people take this differently, but this is every sport has an unwritten rules. All right. Every sport has it. Hockey has it as well. And it's always honor the opposing team's national anthem. That's always been a thing for hockey. You don't got to just cheer. You don't got to do any of that type stuff. Just be respectful for any other team that you're going up against. Everybody knows what's going on in the world right now, mainly United States and Canada. So Canada did decide to boo our national anthem. And we'll say there are 2 players. The whole team was pissed, United States, don't get me wrong. But there are 2 players, and I'm not even kidding, they are Canadian-born on USA who will not and never represent Canada in the Olympics. They straight up said that. And it's mainly the only reason they're Canadian born is because their dad, who played for United States, was on a Canada team where they were born. But then they moved to the United States or back to the United States after a few years. So technically they should be representing Canada, but they refused to. They took the booing of the American national anthem to a whole different level. And when I show you this video, guys, remember, this is an all-star game for the NHL.
Let's finally drop this puck. These teams hope it's a precursor to what could be a dynamic final. Let's finally drop this puck, get the action going. The Tkachuk brothers are on the ice, flanking Jack Eichel and John Cooper. Look out! They're going to drop the gloves right away. Matthew Tkachuk and Brandon Hagel right off the hop. Sam Bennett as well. Yeah, watch. I don't think we're done. No, I don't think so either. Parayko's just waiting and yep. Sam Bennett, Brady Tkachuk. So Tkachuk's both get involved early. And Sam Bennett's not going to back down even though he's outweighed. What a attempt. What a start. 4 goals and assists between the two of them now. And try to deal with him. Well, we're going to play on here as the puck fired in by McAvoy. Binnington gets a touch, and we might have more. Parayko and Miller. And Miller dropped the gloves, and Parayko's going to answer. And Parayko's going to answer in a big way. Taves up the boards for Marner. Here's Marner to McDavid. Trying to go wide. Away, speeds Eichel into the zone, flipping it through, scores! Game tied. Back in. Charlie's on the move again, and then turns back. Over the boards, Keith Jarvis takes the pass. Crosby had that broken up. And away goes Larkin. It's a 2-on-1. Larkin scores! 10. Hellebuck hands it off, and Brock Faber will send it down the ice. Larkin with the open net, and across the Gensel. You shouldn't have been talking shit.
So that is the new NHL All-Star thing that they're doing. You're on mute. You're on mute, T. All that excitement and you're on mute.
That's the kind of shit I like. I want to see shit like that. Oh my God.
I'm just going to tell everyone this. The first 9 seconds of the hockey game, there were 3 fights.
Okay.
And combined between both teams, they finished with 57 hits. That is the most ever seen by an NHL caliber team in the last 20 years.
Shit. When he
I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna double
blast, I said, "Oh shit!"
Now, hits was something else, but I'm watching and it looked like the American team lost 2 of those 3 fights. That's one.
No, they won 2 out of the 3. They lost.
It looked like they lost because old boy.
All 3 of them were good fights. I'm gonna say.
Body blow uppercuts. And secondly, and I'll take my heat off of this. I really don't see the problem with them booing the national anthem. I don't, honestly, if it's not like an Olympic type of it, I'm tired of hearing it in sports.
It's just, I mean, it's something that's just and there are people who think that way, and it's just something that it's an unwritten hockey rule. That's just what it was. Like everyone's got those unwritten rules that you just don't do, and that's one thing for hockey. And like, I mean, the key thing is those two. Like this is the thing, and I'm gonna break down because that win U.S. versus Canada clinched them into the championship game. Canada won yesterday, so now we have a rematch. Those two are going again on Thursday for the championship.
Hey, I might just tune in for
Yeah,
that.
so it's gonna be something. And the difference is that now it's in Boston. It's no longer in Canada like it was for the first batch.
Hey, I have a question.
What?
Why do you think Canada was booing the United States?
You know why?
We're not getting into politics on this show. Everybody knows why they're doing it. But truth be told, when it came down to like international type play, Canada always booed the United States when it came down to that because Canada was always the hockey. That's all they fucking have. I don't think they have anything else in Canada. They're hockey and hookers.
That's the
only two things that they got over there in Canada.
Hockey and hookers.
Hockey and hookers. That's all. That's it.
Hockey and hookers.
Well,
two H's. Hockey's and hookers. Whew.
But like this is when we're talking about like the breakdown of those two teams, Canada is hands down, no question about it, the most skilled team. They have the most speed. They have the best NHL players on their team. There's no question about that. This United States team, it's kind of like if you ever watched that our 1980 Olympic team with the Herb Brooks and all that type stuff, the Miracle movie, when they beat Russia, they put together a team to beat that team. This United States team is not as skilled. It's not as fast, but they are big. They are aggressive. They forecheck the hell out of you. Like two out of the three goals, and I only say that because the third one was an empty netter, but 2 out of the 3 goals was a back-checking type play where they pretty much broke up the play that when they were on the odd man rush and came back and scored. That's how this United States team was built. And the heart, when we're talking about like heart of basketball, those two Kachuk brothers are just, they are skilled. They can score, but their goal is to piss you the F off by just laying out your players 24/7. That's what they do. And it was a phenomenal game to watch from start to finish.
You know what? But that's the type of scenario that we love in sports. It just seemed like a rivalry right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's what people love to see. People love to see the drama. It's no different than how women used to tune in to the soap operas back in the day. You know what I'm saying? For the drama, how people still tune in, well, at least our people do. Tune into like, you know, the whole reality TV, the VH1s, Housewives and all that. People tune in to see the drama, and that's what you want to see. You want like that was plenty of drama right there, from them booing to the minute the puck drop, the glove fly off, and people in there swinging at each other. Then it getting real physical. I thought they checked dude ass into the damn stands. I thought
that was one of the Kachucks who hit him too. And I will say this as a Blackhawk fan, that was Brady Kachuk, 25-year-old, younger of the brothers. All right, he plays for a Canadian NHL team. I think he plays for the Calgary Flames. His dad, or maybe it's the Ottawa Senators, but regardless, his dad now wants him to request a trade to leave Canada.
Is that Keith Kachuk, the old player?
Kachuk, yes, that's his dad.
Yeah, I remember.
So those are his two sons.
I remember him. Yeah,
and they play exactly like Keith did.
Yeah,
exactly the way he did.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need that. Like, remember back in the day when we used to watch basketball when we were shorties, and you'll hear this. And you know it was on and popping. You got excited the minute you heard that music right then and there. You heard that music, you knew it was about to come on. It'd be Bob Costas. He's narrating something, you know, whether it's about Michael Jordan and the Knicks or Michael Jordan versus the Detroit Pistons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The drama, that's what it's the suspense that it builds up. We missing that in sports now. Everything's so fucking watered down now. Give us back that suspense. Give the people back something that they look forward to seeing.
All right.
Not this bullshit ass kumbaya, I'm passing marshmallows.
Can anyone name me the rivalry? What's the rivalry in the NBA right now? There is no rivalry in the NBA.
It's a manufactured one, but not a real one.
Yeah, it's not a real one where literally the two teams hate.
Well, it can't be because everybody move around so goddamn much. Shit, you don't know who the hell. I forget what hell. I forgot James Harden was even on the fucking Clippers. I'm still thinking of some bitch on the Rockets.
Wow, I forgot he was on the Clippers too. Actually, now that you said that,
he 3 teams past that, man.
So that was my quick little breakdown of hockey, and I'm going to say it again. Like, tune in, U.S. Canada again on Thursday.
What time?
7:00 our time, Central Time, 8:00 Eastern.
What channel? I know you don't work for the sports channel.
No, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was ABC. If I'm not mistaken, or was that basketball? I can't really remember now.
No, I don't know. I might tune in though just to see that shit because it got me intrigued. Just
it's
like
gonna be a crazy because now like this is the thing. U.S. played yesterday too. They lost. They lost their first game of the tournament to Sweden, who never won a game. My opinion, I was happy they lost because now you're gonna go into Thursday not thinking you're all that, and you're actually gonna bust your ass even harder now. Because you just lost to Sweden. But at the same time, they didn't play their best goalie. They sat out 3 of their star players, and 2 more of them got hurt early in the game. But all they said was like none of them were serious injuries. They're going to be fine. The game didn't mean anything because we already clinched.
Well, so we'd be playing Canada again, right?
So we're playing Canada again.
So my question to you is this: will the U.S. boo Canada's national anthem?
It will be interesting because the games games yesterday. That was the first set in Boston, and when Canada played Finland, there were a little in the stands, but for the most part, you couldn't really tell if they.
But they're going to be playing in the U.S. They're going to be playing in the U.S., right?
It'll be a good question. Like,
okay, so I want to see: are we going to give them the same treatment that they gave us?
It'll be a great question. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to say that I would say U.S. has more class not to do that, but Boston, I don't think Boston.
The U.S. got more class. Do you know what fucking country we talking about?
I think they're probably
right. If I was the U.S. fans, I would do it. I would boo the shit out of Canada just to see the drama.
No, if that's what flashed it in that flared it in that last game was that booing because they did it the game before they booed when they didn't play Canada.
Oh, you got this legit Packer fan.
Yeah,
we beat y'all ass.
Well, look, all that hitting, all that hitting in those highlights made me want to make a transition to football. So let's talk a little football. But first, I want to do a Post-it note.
No.
So I'm scrolling the internet and I come across this. Producer?
Are we seeing it? That's what we saw. Nothing.
There's nothing to see. Oh, Lord.
So
we went to this one, huh?
This is a picture of, if you can't see it correctly, it's a picture of
what a great
Ryan Poles holding up Virginia McCaskey and what's the president's name? It's
Kevin Warren.
He's on the other side holding her up. And it's a spoof on Weekend at Bernie's when they tried to play like Bernie was still alive when he was not. And some insensitive ass.
There were a few. There was not just some. There were a few of them.
Some insensitive ass motherfucker posted this. Don't you know that this woman just died? How fucking insensitive can you be? Well, that insensitive motherfucker was good. And I did think it was funny, but I'm not really making fun of Virginia McCaskey. Rest in peace, Virginia McCaskey. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of your bitch ass son. So he has to wait till his mother is almost on her deathbed to ask, Mommy, can we get a new coaster now? Mommy, can we spend some money now? So that's what that was all about.
I will say this, just to piggyback, it's amazing how the guy who played Bernie did not win an Academy Award or something for fucking playing.
He really should have.
That was so unbelievable acting.
Hilarious.
So unbelievable acting he did.
He looked very dead all the time, but I was not trying to be insensitive. Anybody who was offended, I am sorry. Well, but I'm not sorry. But I am sorry that you feel that way.
Bobby, put him in the bathroom.
Sonny, Eddie Mush is in there. He ain't gonna fit. I don't give a fuck. Put him in.
I ain't gonna fit the fucking bathroom.
I thought it was pretty funny, but I understand.
It
might have been too soon.
It was in poor taste, man. I still think it's in poor taste. Like,
well, you know, some people really think it was in poor taste, and that's fine. That's fine, and I'm acknowledging that. But I thought it was pretty fucking funny. But you know, anybody who was offended by that, I'm sorry that you feel
like the ugliest colors ever. Go back, go.
But so let's get into some Bears talk. Since they have this money, what the fuck are they going to do? Free agency? Do we move up in the draft to get Will? What's his name? What are we doing here?
Like this is one thing I will say. This is the first time in a long time I can truly say I don't know. Like, because they have different. Like, I don't know what they're going to do in the draft until I find out what they're going to do in free agency. Like, there is a lot of things that you could just be like, well, I'd love for them to go get Trey Lance and probably maybe a good, very good center and also maybe a good tackle. And if that's the case, then I don't care, go draft the running back if you want to. But it's
don't piss Frank off now with that comment.
Oh, fuck me, Jeremy. You had to go there? You had to go. Oh, no, we're not going there yet. Shit. Fuck, are we going there? I think we are going to go there now.
Go where?
I don't even know what's happening.
All right, listen.
I have no idea what's happening.
They brought up Cole Kmet cutting him and getting $10 million in cap space. Name me a better tight end than Cole Kmet than you can go out there and get right now.
You got to cut him.
Name me who's a better tight end that you're going to have out there right now that you can get if you're going to cut Cole Kmet.
Maybe they'll go draft one. Who knows?
Maybe you give Everett a real chance to catch the ball.
Everett can't catch a fucking cold in the middle of Chicago winter.
He can actually catch.
He can, just didn't this year.
Well, shit.
He couldn't block this year.
All he
did was getting penalties. Everybody on the offensive side had a bad year, so I'm not. He had a bad year, yes.
So you had a bad.
You're the only one that thinks Cole Kmet is close to elite up in here.
I said he can be elite. Is he elite? No. I say can he be?
I don't even think that he can be elite. I think he's a very.
But now Jeremy's going with the trade for Myles Garrett. Are you trading away 3 first-round draft picks for Myles Garrett? 2 first-round draft picks, a second and a fifth is the new one that I heard.
That's not going to work.
I'm still not doing that. You have too many other freaking holes. So I'm not trading for Myles Garrett. I'd rather sign Khalil Mack or sign what's his name for the Eagles, another Sweat. Give me a Sweat and Sweat duo. Rather do that.
I'm not, but that's the thing. I don't think that what's his name, Josh Sweat. I don't even think Josh Sweat will even reach 10 sacks here because he's only reached 10 sacks one time in his career. Once. So I'm not gonna pay what you're gonna pay, probably 18, 19 million, 17, between 15 to 20 million.
But is he an upgrade from what we have that'll help Sweat?
I mean, yeah, he is an upgrade, but not fucking worth 15 to 18 million for a guy that's probably not gonna even get double-digit sacks now.
But then what is anyone off the top of your head, what is Myles Garrett making? Because he's got to be making somewhere around 20, 25 million a year.
I don't think that he's making some money, but I think somehow, some way, his cap is lower. It's lower than what he's actually making because I think he's only got a certain amount of money that's actually still left that's guaranteed on his 2 years.
So you saying he was front loaded?
$21 million a year he's making.
I'd pay.
I'll take that for at least. I know he's gonna give me at least double-digit sacks. You were gonna pay Josh Sweat between 15 to 20 million, and he probably ain't gonna even give you double-digit sacks. So yeah, I would definitely take a Myles Garrett over him. Micah Parsons that's a dream.
He's too young to the point where he will cost you 3 first-round draft picks.
Well, you're not getting. Well, first of all, I'm not giving you 3 first-round picks for Micah Parsons at all. I don't give a fuck who he is. I'm not going to do that. Because after you give up those first rounds, then you got to sign this guy to probably the richest contract
of which he's coming up next year. So, I said of which he's coming up for contract after this year.
Yeah, exactly.
You trade for him, and then he don't want to stay here.
Yep.
You have to trade.
He's lost all those.
Well, I'll put it to you like this: I'm not trading for him unless he is going to sign here.
Of him resigning, yes.
Yeah.
Like how we did with Khalil Mack. The moment Khalil Mack got here, he got signed to an extension because he agreed to the extension.
But see, here's the thing though: like when you have a chance to get those guys, you have to at least kick the tires. You have to at least see if it's doable.
100%, yeah.
Because although Micah Parsons might be a little bit more of a stretch, I wouldn't just poo-poo not getting a Myles Garrett if we address the line properly in free agency.
But that's the big question though, is like if I'm afraid that if you're gonna go out and get a Myles Garrett, you're going to be giving up a lot of draft picks for him. Same, we'll say Micah Parsons as well. You're going to be getting up a lot of draft picks for him. You're still going into next year pretty much with close to the same offensive line. You might be able to get one guy.
I don't think no way in hell that you're going to go in with that because for the simple fact the Bears still have $62 million in cap space. If they cut some more guys, you can put that over $70 million. Even if you were to trade for him, he will only be about $20 million. So you'll still have another, $50 to $40-some million to play. The thing is this. I don't think that they're going to get some guys on the offensive line. It just may not be
who we want.
Trey Smith. It may be Beckham. It may be Brandon Schaefer, whatever his name is. It may
Sheriff,
be
Brandon Sheriff.
Sheriff. Yeah, Brandon Sheriff. Yeah, whoever it is. It may be some guys on that type of quality. It just won't be that guy that we want. It may be Dahlman from Atlanta. Well,
I need that guy on the offensive line.
But here's something else that I read today was the franchise tag started today. And there's no way that Trey Smith is not going to be franchised so that they can work out a deal.
No.
So he's 9 times out of 10, he's going to get franchise tag. And
no, he's not.
No, I've already heard that they are not franchise tagged.
I just read it today. That because it opens from now till March 4th, that he is a candidate for getting tagged by Kansas City, not by the news media. This is what Kansas City is saying, because they do not know what's going on with Travis Kelce. And if he retires, then they have so much more money that they can give Trey Smith.
I did hear that one.
For like $17 million.
To come back.
No, they got 16, like 11, between 11 and 16 million now in this cap. But I'm saying I just heard this when I was reading on the NFL Network page. You go by the individual teams of what they're going to do, and that is what the Kansas City people are reporting. 9 times out of 10, he ain't walking out that building unless somebody just blows the door.
I'll put it to you like this: just like you said, 9 times out of 10 that he ain't walking out that building. I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10 he ain't getting franchised because they don't get franchised by the guard position. They get franchised by what the tackles make. And the tackles are making about $25-26 million to franchise them. They're not going to franchise them.
And that's not out of the realm of possibility with them.
Answer me this question, guys, because I don't know. What is the difference between a transition tag and a franchise tag? Because that's what I'm reading right now. Trey Smith is more than likely to get the transition tag.
Yeah, transition tag is sort of like how a team can transition and a player can get offered a certain amount from another team.
And they get something.
His current team can refuse that amount.
Okay, so it's kind of like a match type thing. where they can.
Yeah, in a sense, but
somebody else
I think if something happens where a team matches it or the other team matches it, somehow, somewhere there's draft compensation that gets put into it.
Okay,
So
I didn't know that was
transition
called. I
is
know
sort
what
of
that
a
is.
way
I just
to
didn't know that's what
keep
it
in
was
a play, but it's a little tricky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a little tricky.
But yeah, I mean, I think everybody's rooting. Everyone in Chicago is rooting for Kelce not to retire because if he doesn't retire, they don't think that they.
I mean, I put it to you like this: Trey Smith is good. That's fine. If we get him, cool. If we don't, move on to the next guy. It's not like this guy is. We don't know if he's a future Hall of Famer or something like that. We don't know if he's the end all of all guards and all that type of stuff. You know,
we just know he's a UFA and he's top what
sixth round draft pick.
That's all. He's the top guard in there. You still got old boy from I believe they're trying to see what's going on with the guy from Detroit who graded out pretty good. You still got what's his name, even though he's coming off an injury. The guy that we used to have, James Daniels, he graded out pretty good. You know, he only played 4 fucking games.
Now, see, to me, but see, remember, and it's funny how this stuff happens. I remember sitting up here, and me and you, Fal, we talked before. The Bears were stupid for letting James Daniels go in the first place.
Yes.
And then they didn't. Remember, they let him go, but they decided to keep Cody Whitehair for a little bit. Then they let Cody Whitehair go to the Raiders. Like, when you get certain people in the building, and you have somebody like a James Daniels, of which he was drafted as a center, right? He was drafted as a center first.
Out of Iowa.
Out of Iowa, right? Second round pick. And we just turn our back on him, but then we go and we
He played very well for the Bears too. Played very well for us.
Yeah, he was hurt a little bit with the Bears too. The only thing, I put it to you like this. I believe we had the same damn offensive line coach that we just recently fired when he was here, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. He's been around.
I didn't think he was there because that would have been
he's been here from my understanding, he's been here for the last 2 regimes as far as coaching.
So that means that will put him, because I forgot who the line. I wanted Russ Grimm as our line coach, but we never got Russ Grimm. That line that was with Mitch the first time, that was a pretty solid line.
Yeah, it was.
But then when they started chipping away, because now remember Ryan Pace also drafted Tevin Jenkins, who
he did,
was drafted as a tackle first and then got moved inside. We know full well about the Nate Davis experiment. We know about the Mustafa experiment, Lucas Patrick. So right now, I don't have any faith in them drafting or just getting lower tier people like Bates and all them. Only Doug Kramer and them boys. The only person I say that they picked up, Alex Leatherwood. Remember, we tried to kick the tires on him again.
Well, I mean, that was a gamble.
The only person that I see that they picked up in free agency that wasn't a big name was Bill Murray. Other than that, I'm going to kind of need you to go get one of these guys that's actually done something.
Yeah.
Don't just get me a dude that's affordable and fits the scheme. I don't want to hit her no more.
Yeah, well,
if you can't get Trey Smith, go get the next guy that's actually
the next
good.
One.
Agreed. It's got a name.
And that's where I'm going as far as why I don't want to get a Myles Garrett or something like that, because I want the best available, 2 best available offensive linemen. Pretty much.
You said 2. You need 4.
I'm just saying at least 2. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying 4 offensive linemen, but I want to get at least 2 of the best offensive linemen.
So Frank, you mean to tell me
kind of like what Washington did.
So you mean to tell me that the Bears can't get 2 offensive linemen and Myles Garrett?
I think that's good. I mean, then you're going to run into a lot of depth problems on your team in case somebody gets hurt.
How? Because your 2 offensive linemen. The thing is this: you got $60-some million, Frank. Your 2 offensive linemen are not going to cost you $20 million a piece.
I mean, they're probably going to, if you're going to get the 2 best offensive
it depends
you're probably looking at least $15 million a piece.
Because Cam Robinson is almost 20. Brandon Sheriff is like 15.
There's 25 right there.
That's 25, right? But we're not going to get.
But I still want 2 more that are at least going to get you $10 million plus a year.
Well, but that's why I say now you're looking at the Ryan Kellys, you're looking at the James Danielses, right? You're looking at the what's my man name? He old as hell now. He played for the Jets.
What's the dude in Dallas too? The dude in Dallas.
Oh, well, no, not Zach Martin. Zach Martin.
Zach Martin.
Well,
He'd love to be a Bear. He straight up said that.
I wouldn't mind Zach Martin, but Zach Martin, he another dude that's damn near $20 million. I was talking about I know Fal, you like Mekhi Becton. He'll probably get a little higher, but Tyron Smith, remember the old man from the Cowboys. So you're talking about people in that range of getting that 8 to 10 to 11 million. Them killers, they gonna be almost 20 million. Like, especially the left tackle. Like, if you get you some good interior, you can only get 2, and we still get Myles Garrett, and we still don't have a real center or a left guard to complement Braxton Jones. We in the same boat.
Yeah, and that's where if that's the case, and you're getting me 4 of the 4 top at least,
that's
2 top. If you're giving me at least 2 top offensive linemen, 4 really good ones, we'll say, then you go out and draft me with the 10th pick, the best defensive end.
What draft are you having if you trade for Myles Garrett? You don't have a pick.
I'm not trading for Myles Garrett, though.
Huh? Yeah, this is the thing. You can't go in there and think that when you go get offensive linemen, you're going to go get some offensive linemen. Don't think for 1 second that you're not going to draft in there. If you're talking about we need 4 offensive linemen, all right, fine. Some of them going to be drafted. The thing is this, it's very rare that you get a straight overhaul with that many offensive linemen in one offseason. So whether you like it or not, somebody that's on that offensive line right now
is going to be there.
Darnell Wright is going to stay there.
And it's going to be Braxton Jones.
Yeah, and it may be Braxton Jones. It may be Braxton Jones, you know, and that's cool. What's more important to me, fuck the players. I want the fucking coaching. I want the right guy that's going to coach these guys up. The right guy that's going to be hard on these guys. It's cool to have a player. So you can draft as many fucking A1 talent in the damn draft all you want. But if you don't have the right coaching to develop that talent and to teach that talent up, you're going to be fucked anyway. It don't matter. Shit, we just seen what Chris Williams did.
So
fucking sucks ass.
But I'll say this to that. Not just quality, but top tier players don't need as much coaching.
They don't, but they still need it.
Coaching is still going to help top tier players as well, though.
It will in a sense, but my thing is, so let's just take for sake of this conversation, let's take a Zach Martin. There's not too much that the coach that we got now, the line coach, is going to be able to tell Zach Martin. Hell, Zach Martin might be able to tell him something. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But if we got that guy in Zach Martin, we know, hey, that's a plug and play, a future Hall of Famer. We ain't got to worry about him in that position.
And
that's
a good thing to have,
right? But when you, to your point, Val, but when you just overhaul and say, well, hell, we got 3 new linemen, top tier or not, they take time to gel, and that's where coaching comes in more than normal, because the chances of us getting 3 Zach Martin caliber players are little to none.
Yeah, but still, at the end of the day, how many times in the NFL have you seen guys that be Pro Bowlers and then they go to another team? It's not a Pro Bowler no more. It don't matter what experience that you got, how many years you gone and played. You know, they tend to fall off, and a lot of that is due to coaching. Because at the end of the day, you still have to do what the coach says do. You know, you may not necessarily agree with it, but you still have to do what the coach says do. And if you don't do that, you might find your ass on the bench.
Absolutely. And I look at the things where they say, well, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm looking at Washington like bullshit. Yes, it was. Because they went and got the right coaches. They went and got the right
year, though. That was
right guys to play, you know. And that line wasn't full of, except for the center who was I can't think of his name right now. Not Cosme, but he was from Dallas.
Yeah, the center. I know what you're talking about. I can't remember his name either.
Be honest. He was from Dallas, and he was already pretty good, so you didn't really have to, do too much on him. And that Washington line literally gelled in less than a year. So it can't happen.
It did good, but they weren't a great
We need
line.
those type. But what I'm saying, Fowler, is we need those type of players. If we're not getting the Zach Martins, hell, we can't get me and you on the line and expect the same success. I don't care who the coach is.
Yeah.
We still got to have some talent.
But this is the thing where I'm going to come back with you on it. I'm going to agree with kind of like how Fowl was saying in regards to this as well. When we're saying coaching matters, Kingsbury's offensive scheme helped that offensive line a lot as well. All right, Kingsbury, I don't think is a good head coach, but he is a good offensive coordinator. I'm going to say that. That he helped that offensive line as well. And I think that's where everyone's going when they're saying coaching does matter. You can go into this season. I'm not saying they're going to do it because they better not fucking do it. But you're going to go into this season with the same offensive line. I guarantee you it will be better than what we had as far as when it comes. I will guarantee that.
But you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying coaching doesn't matter. I'm saying if you have top tier talent,
I'm not denying that.
It doesn't matter as much. But the problem that we tend to have is we don't get the top tier guys. We get these fill-in Ryan Bates type guys, and you expect Ben Johnson to win, and he can't run his stuff because we can't protect more than 1.7 seconds.
Well, you got to also remember this, JB. Top tier talent doesn't become available all the time.
But when it does, you better go pay for it. That's what I'm saying.
But that's the thing, though. When it does, you got 31 other teams that's looking to try to acquire that same top tier offensive line. And a lot of times these guys, unlike the NBA, they actually go to places where they want to fucking win, where they do have win, not because they're not getting $60 million a year guaranteed.
But there's something to be said about. And if Ben Johnson is the Wiz kid or the Wonder kid, and now everybody claims everybody want to play for him, I think that's BS. But if that's the case, now you got to open up that pocketbook.
I mean, I don't think that it's actually BS because the guy got 3 years of showing you exactly what he can do with the offense.
And a lot of those players
with a great offensive line.
Yeah,
but he helped build that offense.
But he helped build it, and he set up there and he called the plays.
But I'm saying
that offensive line look even better.
But that's the thing. We're not expecting
today.
We're not expecting Ben Johnson to go into next year and us to be a 14-win team. We're not doing that. But he's gonna make from day one our offensive line better with his play calling. That's just what we're saying. We're not saying great from day one, but it's going to be better. I know it's going to be. From what we just had, I know it's going to be.
You say that, but I'm telling you, some of the things Ben Johnson was able to do had more with the line play being very good than him calling anything. It's certain things that you have 1.3 seconds to get the ball off. I don't care what you call. It ain't going to work. So you better spend the money and get you a couple of real guys down there. Get you a Cam Robinson. Get you a Jack Martin.
Who would you consider a real guy? Because the thing is this: you want to make sure that you get the real guys. But who do you consider real guys besides Trey Smith?
So, well, for me, and this is where linemen play is a little bit different because they actually come like if a lineman's 30 years old, I'm not worried. If he's 32, 33, I'm really not worried. Now, if he's 40, you could be like, yeah, I'm concerned, but hell, Jason Peters just debunked that. But if you go get, and I'm just going to say my preferences, if you go get a Cam Robinson, if you go get a James Daniels, if you go get a Ryan Kelly, I'm cool with that. Now we got some good guys. We got some Pro Bowlers in there. We got some guys that are really, top 5, top 6 at their position. Now we're fortifying that line with some actual talent. I'm not saying go get this rookie Will Campbell and then I keep using Ryan Bates because it's just easier to say his name. And then I'm putting Ryan Bates next to him. Or I'm putting Doug Kramer next to him. Like, that ain't going to work, bro.
Well, it's kind of like what they did with Darnell Wright, too. I mean, you got Darnell Wright and you put Jenkins next to him, and they both looked great. And then you decided to move Jenkins, and then everyone struggled again. It's just it made no sense.
Exactly. And now you're saying you're not even resigning Jenkins.
But that's so now where I'm going as far as with coaching and everything.
Yeah, that goes back to coaching.
Like, I mean, if there is a situation where you have 1.7 seconds to throw the football, try something new. Try a play action. They hardly ever ran freaking play actions this year.
Run the ball.
A boots. Get him outside of the pocket if you can't protect him in the pockets. That's where coaching comes from. This coach is not that freaking stupid.
Right now,
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying we need some real talent on the offensive line.
So Ben Johnson,
I still want
Ben Johnson, when he was the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, ran the ball 46% of the time, which was 8th in the NFL. So I don't think running the ball would be a problem. I think the Bears will address the offensive line. Definitely. They would definitely do that. It may not be to the type of caliber we want because there's other teams out there in free agency that have more money than us that probably need. Like, shit, the Patriots got more money than anybody, and God knows they need fucking offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers, wide receivers. You name it, they need it.
They take me open.
And the thing is this also, when you're talking about getting some of that top tier talent, I understand getting it, but at what price? Like I said, I like Cam Robinson, but he's not a top tier talent to me. He's a good left tackle, but I'm not going to pay $26 million for Cam Robinson.
No, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to pay.
I mean, I'm not saying 26. Yeah. He make like 18. I would give him 22.
I mean, if you can get him for between 15 to 18 million, yeah, that's not bad. You know,
he gets 18 now.
He gets 18 now. I'd give him 20, 22. So
I'd give him 22.
Worth that.
Ooh, that motherfucker better be worth it. Because right then, if you're giving him between 18 and 22 million, he's your future left tackle.
Yeah,
that's what you want.
And if you're not getting him as your future left tackle, then that 10th pick has to be a left tackle.
It has to be a left tackle because if you get and I can't wait till we do our draft show, but if you get new center, new guard, we already know it's going to take time for them young boys to get acclimated to the NFL game, and we're going to be in the same damn situation. Rushed right up the middle. When we start to double team and clog the middle and stuff, Bryson Jones can't hold it. He can't hold his weight. It's going to be the same story. Got to get some people in here. Trey Smith doesn't solve a lot of problems. He solves one big problem.
But like I said, and I've said this many podcasts ago, I said, if you can give me 5 good to very good offensive linemen opposed to just giving me 2 all-pros, I would take the 5 good to very good offensive linemen opposed to 2 all-pros. Because the thing is that
list, bro.
Like someone said in the chat, it's about continuity, it's about cohesion.
Lorenzo said that.
Yeah, and we need that. That's what it's about. I'd rather have 5 men that's all on the same fucking page than 2 guys that's fucking all world, but the rest of the guys is mediocre. That's what we have to do. And that's gonna come down to coaching. I understand what you said about Ben Johnson, that because his offensive line, he was able to do a lot of things. Yes, that's very true. But also, you as a coach and as a play caller on the offensive side, you have to call plays that's going to utilize the strength of your team. If your team, if you know your offensive lineman ain't the great at blocking, pass blocking, guess what? You stick Cole Kmet ass in for a little while, you know what I'm saying, to help pass block. Or you go 12 personnel to sit up there and pass block. You got 2 very good wide receivers in Odunze and in DJ Moore. Shit, DJ Moore, they think fucking St. Brown or something. DJ Moore with the ball in his hand is way better than fucking St. Brown with the ball in his hand. DJ Moore is like a fucking running back once he gets the ball. He's hard to take down.
Agreed.
St. Brown's just got that perfection.
He got a little more wiggle, but
yeah, that route.
I don't even think he got a little bit more wiggle. I think they just call the right plays to get his ass open. They scheme.
He's the most.
That's why I can't wait. I can't wait to see DJ Moore when he actually gets a chance to get with a coordinator that actually knows what the fuck he's doing and scheme him open.
But similar to what Lorenzo just said about Kyle Hinton and Washburn and those boys, that's very true. But the reason I'm more staunch on wanting to get those guys with a little bit of cachet and name is because Ryan Poles hasn't proven to me that he can draft linemen for real. He hasn't proven that. Kyron Amagagi and all them, Doug Kraft, like them.
I get on people when they keep bringing up Amagagi because how this is my thing. How the fuck can people grade that young man and he's only played in 2 fucking games with 0 fucking off season? Damn, he didn't even really play the last part of his fucking senior season or whatever season it was that he had in college.
Listen to me.
Quit grading him and talking about this young man yet until you seen him play some fucking games. Because if he comes out the truth, I'm getting on all you sorry sons
Listen to me.
They keep talking about this kid as if he's a fucking done product. Like, oh yeah, we just wasted the draft pick on. We don't even fucking know if this kid can play it yet.
Listen to me. The problem is not based upon the man not playing. It's Ryan Pauls drafted one project in Braxton Jones and then turned around and drafted another project to replace the project he already failed with. Stop drafting projects.
That project right there was projected, if he wasn't hurt, to be a late first rounder, early second rounder.
Chris Williams was projected too, and what happened with Chris Williams?
Fuck about Chris Williams. That's old. He has short fucking hands or arms or whatever.
Stop doing the same thing over and over again. Stop drafting projects. Gabe Carimi.
Stop just drafting based on potential and get the fucking guy. Get that dog.
Actually get the guy that's like the guy. Actually get him for a change.
How you gonna get him? How you gonna get him?
I'm talking about draft.
This is what I'm saying.
His name is Will Campbell.
So, hold on. So you know a guy that's going to be the guy in the second round? You know who the fuck he is?
No, I know a guy in the first round who's going to be available.
You want to know why? You don't know
Kelvin
shit.
Banks,
Because anybody that you draft is a fucking crap shoot. That's what it is. It's a crap shoot.
I'm not saying that, but I'd rather draft the guy with the high name than the dude that was hurt.
He was a can't miss. The Boz was a can't miss. That motherfucker got to the NFL. He wasn't shit.
Well, no. You can't say that.
That was all he had was a fucking name. Should I go on and name other guys that's supposed to be that dude that didn't turn out?
You literally just said, don't talk about Chris Williams. That's the pass. Then you bring up the Boz. You can't do that. You can't have it both ways, man. This ain't Burger King.
You can't sit up there and act like, oh, yeah, get that dude. You don't know who the fuck is that dude.
Hey, because I'm saying this. Take a chance in the draft. Don't give me the Shea McClellans. Give me the Zach Martins for a change. Give me the Quentin Nelsons for a change. Don't give me the dude that you think is
guys, like
smartest guy in the room.
Those are guys that actually turned out to be that dude. But then you got a
shit list of guys
that's supposed to been that dude that wasn't that dude. It's still a crapshoot at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck who you are.
I'm not saying it's not, but there's something more to be said about a guy that's got an actual name coming in than a guy that we're like, who? Stop drafting the Mr. Who. Stop drafting the Where's Waldo dude.
So let me get this straight. So you talking about in the first round, right? Because you don't know shit in the second round. You don't know how. You really don't know. The third round, you really don't know. You just got.
You should know if you had some.
No, that's not true because you got some guys.
But that's the thing. Like you got guys that's not from like Power 4, because it's the Power 4 now, not the Power 5. You got guys that's not from the non-Power 4 conferences out there as well. But you are
that's where the scouting department comes into play.
Because they're not that dude. They don't have that name. You know, they don't have the name because they didn't go to Oregon or Notre Dame or Michigan, Ohio State, a fucking Clemson, Alabama, Georgia, LSU.
We got Yale.
With that first pick, get the name for a change, bro. Get the damn name. Just get the name.
They got a name Darnell Wright.
He ain't that yet.
And the thing is,
he'll be good when you actually get him some
line
help.
coach when shit. So I'm still, the jury's still out on him.
I told you I was never a fan of Chris Morgan. I told you 2 years ago, fire Chris Morgan before you fired Luke Getsy. Screen. That means this man can't block. Get rid of him. Cut this fool. And he was, what was he there? He was the offensive line coach and something else. Like, man, get rid of him. Cut him. He got too much power.
I thought his ass should have been gone too. There's no way in hell that the offensive line.
He should have been the first fired.
Yeah, he's the one
when he was getting Justin hurt. He should have been fired.
He's the one who had those nasty pictures.
Anytime that you know that Tevin Jenkins and Darnell Wright looked damn good on that right side together, and you came into the season with fucking Nate Davis over there, it's not good. It's not good. You got your ass
sitting
fired.
on this panel when we was like Nate Davis. Yeah, I'm not too proud. Like we got Nate Davis. Like he really didn't like wow us when he was in Tennessee, and Vrabel was like
he was good.
He was solid in Tennessee.
He was a good lineman in Tennessee.
Yeah, when
he
all this
was
stuff.
solid.
But I mean, we
no.
could use
Vrabel came out and said it. Vrabel was like he don't.
Well,
work
that's where I'm going
Vrabel
with this
said
now.
that.
It came out to the point where after we got him, then all the stuff was just like, yeah, the dude never liked to practice. The dude never did training camp. The dude never did this. The dude never. And I'm just like, oh shit, you sound like a bear already.
Yeah, but the crazy part about it
We
was
didn't
that
do our due diligence.
We did not. No,
that's the thing. He did. He may not have liked the practice and all this, but the guy was still a good offensive lineman. Now I'm not one to try to justify his fucking work ethic. His work ethic sucked.
Fair enough.
But when he was in the game, he was productive.
In Tennessee.
Now, I'm not saying that I would have went out and signed him.
Yeah, he wasn't really productive here.
No. Fuck no.
Yeah, in Tennessee, I agree with Fowl. I mean, he was good, solid, pretty good player. But when you don't practice or work hard or do any of that, you're not going to get better. You're going to get worse.
The best lineman that we've had in the last two regimes was a 40-year-old man. Let that sink in.
You're not wrong on that. Yeah, Peters, you're not wrong on that.
Well, that's what happens when you got a future Hall of Famer first ballot.
That's why you go out and get me as that.
That's what happens when our scouting department sucks and our GMs can't identify linemen. Ryan Poles, stop drafting people that play it like you.
Yeah,
cut it out.
I knew that was coming. But I agree with you on that one. These are people, everyone he signs or drafts are like him. A guy who's going to work hard, but you suck.
I wouldn't say that. So what is it that you're really looking at? Because he's gone and signed he's gone and drafted a Brisker. He's gone and drafted a Kyler.
No, we're set offensive line.
We just talking about the line.
We're set offensive line.
Okay, so even with
other than Darnell Wright, who has at least promise, I feel like.
Darnell Wright, but like I said,
he's got potential. He's got potential.
Yeah, but like I said, we still don't know about the guys like Amagaji. We don't know about him.
No, you're not wrong.
We can sit up here. People can blast him for 2 fucking games that he basically played with zero fucking competency as far as when it comes down to coaching and say that, oh, yeah, we drafted this guy and he looks like ass. Now, what happened if he comes out next year and this motherfucker got started left guard and he does great?
We hope he does, but the chances of that, as currently constructed, are very low.
Yeah, especially not this year.
Why is it? Why? So tell me this.
Because he's got to relearn everything with it. Listen to me.
But he can actually play and practice this time. It's not just sitting up here. I got to learn mentally. I can actually play physically.
He played 2 games. There were multiple games after that he could have played, and they were like, no, you suck. Sit over here. He's not ready yet.
No, he's not.
So he needs a little bit more season.
He wasn't ready when he fucking got in.
And that's where I'm going. He was a project. The moment he was drafted, he was based upon built and ability because he is a big motherfucker. There is no question. He's got big ass hands. He has all the potential to be very, very good. But the promise is you came from Yale. There is no good defensive players that you are blocking at Yale. So you still have a lot to learn about the NFL level.
So tell me this, Frank. If there was a guy from Georgia that was in the 2nd round, right, that went, is he a project?
No. Georgia.
Why is he not?
Why are we comparing to Georgia to Yale?
What the fuck does that matter?
Yale plays against fucking.
Because the thing is, hold on. Because also, I'm sitting up there saying, is this also as well? This is a guy that, yes, you're calling him a project, but this was a guy that was graded to go to the end of the 1st round or the 2nd round. This is what NFL. See, the thing is this. This is what NFL scouts said. They didn't give a fuck that he was from Yale, Princeton, Harvard, Dartmouth, whatever fucking Ivy League you want to set up there and say. They were talking about this guy was projected, if not hurt, to be a fucking end of the first, second round pick.
But did any of those scouts project him to start?
He's a national scout. But this is the thing.
I was gonna say, Kirk, it was something they liked about him. It couldn't have been about who they played because there's too many times they're like, "Oh, Ashton Jeffy's a great running back." But who did he play against? They say it now, so now they double talking, moving the goalpost. I don't pay no mind to that.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, and like I stood up there and I said, it doesn't. The thing is this. So you much rather take a guy that's from Georgia that's projected to go in the fucking 4th and 5th round, but take him in the 2nd?
No, I'd rather get the guy from Georgia that's projected to go in the 1st round.
Hold on, because he played in Georgia.
There's other players maybe from Bama or something that might be available in the 2nd round.
Like I sit up there and said, you're willing to take a guy because you guys will start.
Thank you, Cook. He's playing against better competition. So if that guy
is NFL ready,
that doesn't mean shit because it doesn't matter that he plays against better competition. If he's projected to go in the 4th and 5th round, you're gonna take him in the fucking 2nd.
We just said we would not take it. Would I take a Georgia guy?
You didn't say that. You don't listen, bro.
Over a Yale guy in the 2nd
you're not listening.
No,
what you did was you moved the goalpost.
I'll take the guy from Alabama going in the 2nd round.
Thank you. That's what we just said.
Hold on. You guys are moving the goalpost because I specifically asked you. You moved the damn goalpost. I specifically asked you.
Never said
if the guy from Georgia that's projected to go in the 4th or 5th round, would you take him in the 2nd?
Yes, you said no. Give us the guy from Alabama who is projected in the 1st or 2nd round. Give us that guy.
You said what?
Neither of them.
You said what? Listen, I can't hear you because you're both talking. What?
I said I would not take neither of them. Neither of them. Okay. Because my situation here is if you are a team that has already a very good offensive line and you go draft a Yale guy as a project, I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that. We had a shit fucking offensive line, and you go and draft a guy from Yale based off of potential.
Oh, okay.
Instead of getting the guy.
Okay. So any guy that's not from a Power 4 conference
is not going to start day one in the NFL. No.
You're a fucking idiot because there's plenty of them that do.
As an offensive lineman,
yes, because everybody that's not from a Power 4 conference doesn't mean that they suck ass. Frank doesn't mean that they can't start.
I never said he is going to like what he can be.
There are linemen that are not from Power 5 conferences that do start. That's not for debate. It definitely
happens. From Boise State.
My debate, and I'll say it again, Sal, and for the people in back. The kid is projected to be a 4th or 5th round from Georgia, as opposed to the Kyron. That's not my argument. I don't want neither of them bastards. Give me the dude from Tennessee or the dude from Mississippi State or the dude from Alabama.
Notre Dame, Michigan.
It's projected to be a 1st or 2nd round pick. Give me that guy. So I don't have to deal with any projects or 5th round picks. Give me the actual guy that's projected to be good. Right now, Kelvin Banks, Will Campbell. With my 10th pick, if I keep it, I need one of them. Don't come back around this motherfucker talking about some we done drafted the running back from Iowa State. Kiss my ass. I'm tired of them doing that. Get the guy that's actually available that's good. Get that guy.
But you're going to draft his ass as a tackle and they're going to move that some bitch in the guard.
This is where I am going with this.
I am not
dissing Kieran.
I'm not drafting the guy in the guard with that top 10 pick. Sorry.
I am not dissing Kieran in Magamaga.
Quentin Nelson's a guard. Quentin Nelson is top pick.
He's not on Quentin Nelson's level.
That's fair. But
they say Will Campbell is a can't miss, but go ahead.
Oh, shit. They must be smoking crack because that ain't what I heard.
Who's got crack?
No, it ain't the right time. Grew up too early.
All right, we did say 9:45. It's 9:45. So get into some of our
he went off the time. He went off the clock, not the time we started.
Yeah, that is true. We did start 5 minutes late.
Well, fucking shit. We can get into some fucking
we'll
shout
get into
outs.
some shout outs. We're good. Easy's got crack. I mean, 2% crack, that's for sure.
Yeah. It ain't good crack.
No, it ain't good. That's got some drywall mixed in with that shit.
Hey, I agree with that, Lorenzo. I would trade back.
So I
was enjoying the arguments, guys. I was enjoying that shit.
I would trade back because to me, this particular draft, there is like really no elite like can't miss talent in this draft. So I would trade back. It's not as good as last year's draft. Yeah.
There's a lot of depth players.
What position? Like, what the hell are we watching? Like,
I would trade back. I mean, there's no can't miss guy really in this draft.
So you would not trade up to get Will Campbell?
No.
I wouldn't trade up either. I'm not trading up.
Maybe.
I'm just saying this. The only one I would trade up for if I was going to go D-line is Abdul Carter. I would trade up for Abdul Carter. That's it. If not, when I'm at 10, give me Kelvin Banks or Will Campbell. That's it. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the shout outs. And then I got a huge announcement to make.
All right, so we got to get quick on the shout outs.
So, Foul, you go ahead and kick it off, man.
No, fuck if I ever kicked it off first.
I'm usually always the one who kicks it off.
That's what happened when T ain't been on in a while. He forgot the order.
Would you like me to start these shout outs?
I certainly would. Thank you, Frankie.
Kick it off, Frank.
I got it. All right. Shout out to you guys. Tuesdays, man. Always a blast. Sucked that I missed last Tuesday, but work is hell. But I mean, other than that, man, not really much going on. This weather sucks. Everyone in the household is sick, so I wish everyone gets better. Go USA. Fuck off Canada.
All the way, USA.
All the way.
Yo, wow.
USA. That was Bloodsport, right? That was a Bloodsport quote right there. I got that. That was a good one. Oh, I want to use that now, actually. That's a good one. But no, other than that, man, woo! Yeah, nothing else. Let's move up on that one.
Kansas get beat by BYU. They let a bunch of Mormons beat their ass by 35 points. Brigham Young he's looking down very proud right now. Oh, it's my turn? Okay.
Get it.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to you, brothers. And I want to tell everyone, please like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. My son is back there screaming in the back because I don't know if his mama put a bottle in his mouth or not. So if you hear anything in the back, it's my son. He's over there whining right now. You probably know that we're getting in the shout outs and probably wants to sit here and chill with his daddy because he's usually here with me.
Go get him.
Okay. So remember, like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Hey, I want to thank you, brothers. T. Nick, Frank the Tank, JB, the super producer in the back, the Crooked Commish. You know what I'm saying? It's always a pleasure talking to you, brothers, on Tuesday. The chat was lit tonight. I want to thank everybody in the chat for tuning in and watching us debate and get heated, because that's what the fuck we do here. We're different from other podcasts. We really are. We are very different. We get into it with each other, but at the end of the day, it's all love. We cut each other out, but at the end of the day, it's all love. I love JB. I love Frank the Tank. I love T. Nick and producer in the back. He played the music too early, but it's all good. Also, want to sit up there and thank our sponsors. We want to thank More Beer, great tasting. Yes, there's all types of Pilsner in that shit. I don't even know what the fuck a Pilsner is, but they say the shit when it comes down to beer, so Pilsner. Yes, we like to thank Fantasy Jocks. Anytime you're doing your fantasy football, basketball, like I said, I don't know about other sports that they got fantasy. Get all your hardware and championship material, belts, rings, whatever, from Fantasy Jocks. Also, we like to thank our other sponsor, In the Zone. In the Zone, anytime you want your sportswear, hey, choose In the Zone. Also, we like to thank our other sponsor, Visions.
But you got to have vision.
That's pimp shit right there. You gotta have that vision. Remember that. Also want to give a shout out to the kiddies in the back. Give a shout out to City of Chicago. Our sports teams that still look like shit. They don't look like it's changed many times. Also remember the Chicago Clubhouse podcast is here on Tuesdays, but you can also tune into the Chicago Clubhouse Network, which we have a variety of shows, mostly during the week. We got Mondays when there is football season. You got the fantasy show with the Crooked Commish. Tuesdays here with us 4 guys. The Chicago Clubhouse podcast Wednesday. He said what she said with Sherry Green. Depending on the season, if it's basketball or it's football, you got Plunk or you got Bull Spit with Emilio Bucks and our girl Christina and Pertine. And then Easy does his show. We don't know when the fuck he does it, but Easy does do his show. Probably Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Fucking knows. Then also Sundays, pregame. We got our pregame show. The Chicago Clubhouse podcast pregame show that usually comes on an hour or two before the Bears game. Starring the Crooked Commish, my boy Amp, and the chef. He's on there too. And my son is over there hooping and hollering, so shout out to him. Being loud, I'm probably about to bring him on after this shout out. Shout out to my lovely wife and done. Ready.
Shout out to you guys. You know, Tuesday is one of the best days of my week. Just really look forward to coming on Tuesdays. So one of the things that I do want to I want to take this moment, like T, what you said earlier, man, that took a lot. And I admire your strength, man. Me being someone who always is Superman for somebody else, I don't necessarily relate, but I admire your strength for coming out and just saying, and as one of your brothers, brother, I ain't a psychiatrist, but if you need to talk, I'm always here. You know what I'm saying? Come through, have a drink, and we'll chop it up, like 2-1 up. Your pops, my pops. We're probably having a beer together.
Appreciate you, man.
So,
don't forget mine too.
Oh yeah, right. And yours, Father Ricky, Big Rick.
Yeah, Big Rick.
Big Rick, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Happy birthday to fucking Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yesterday.
Yep.
February 17th.
Oh, and my sister. Happy shout out to her and my auntie.
Oh, your sister's birthday was yesterday?
Man, my auntie, man, Michael Jordan, shit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 17th motherfucker.
So we're going to get into these shots. I'm going to try to put on the turbos, Shout out to Jeanette Johnson, first and foremost, for coming on, one of our P1s. Shout out to the Crooked Commish for coming in, always laying down, that good production bears down. Cities Dixon came in often and early. We appreciate it. Like I said, Easy, Renzo Clemens, Jeremy Ballman, thank you all for chiming in. We appreciate it. We also have, let's see, hold on, Jay Grizz, my man Jay Grizz, East Coast brother, good brother. Thank you for chiming in. Frank O'Dowd. Some people in Frank, I was like Lola. Thank you for chiming in, Lola. Shiny C. Haven't seen Shiny in a while, but always good to see Shiny. She chimed in often and early. Ramon Acevedo. Thank you. That would be our man Crazy Ace. Andrew Schmitz, one of our P1s. Thank you, Andrew, for chiming in as always. We also have Bob Ricks, our ad promotion. Legit Packers fan, even though we don't really care for the Packers, you're right. The Bears aren't trash until proven differently. Thank you, Legit Bears Packers. Let's see, who else? I love when Lorenzo come on. He be dropping gems. Lorenzo, we got to get you back on the actual show. And some of the things we do miss that you say, and as I'm looking forward, Lorenzo be dropping knowledge and gems and down. Gary Johnson, here we go. Thank you, Gary. I really appreciate it. Gary was out too. Matt Henry, thank you. Matt Henry came back. We appreciate you, Matt Henry. Thank you. That was for you, Frank. Buckeye Nation National Champions. Well, actually, that was for you and Foul because they screwed Michigan too. But
they lost to us. So I don't give a fuck what they
lost, but they won the tip, bro.
Huh?
They lost, but they won the tip. So
they good.
Logan and Leah, thank you for checking in. My brother from another bullet West Coast with that Cali love. You know, love when he chimes in on the West Coast. And I think that's it. We are winding down, people. That is about it. And shout out to SB, shout out to UCW Athletics. We are in the state playoffs. We actually became fourth, and we have a bye. 2 games away from the regional championship. So I'm proud of my guys. Did a lot of work this stuff this season. And shout out to the one person. We only got one person watching. We know it's the podcast mom. That's the first one is listening at home. That's it. Love you, lady.
All right. So I guess it's on me. My first shout out is y'all fellas, man. It wouldn't be a show without y'all. Really appreciate it, man. And I get a lot of great feedback. Like, our show actually encourages and inspires people. That's what I've been told, man. So
nice.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up, because you all are the show. No one wants to listen to me for 2 hours.
Even with us hooping and hollering at each other.
That's what people like.
That's the fun part, man. That's the fun part.
We can debate, argue, and scream at each other, but just like how you said, Foul, we are absolutely cool after.
Yeah, go have a drink, go have a beer, and some Harold's afterwards. But man, it's
you just reminded me. Today was the Harold's anniversary for me when I went to
Sure
Harold's.
Was. Sure was. Do we still even have that clip?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I
never deleted it
anymore.
Of me just eating, pounding down freaking a whole, and then taking out 3 more buckets.
That's soul food.
That's some damn good chicken.
We don't have it anymore. Yeah, that was classic. That was classic. And Wendell Davis came.
Yep.
The former wide receiver for the Bears, who had some really bad luck in Philadelphia. Really bad luck.
Yeah, but he was trending to be one of them guys.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of those what ifs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had a lot of what ifs. What if? What if the Bears are actually good this coming up season? What if?
What if we have hope for them to be good this season?
What if Ben Johnson ends up being the coach of the year? What if DeAndre Swift runs for over 1,000 yards?
What if we need another running back?
Okay, cut it out.
We done with the what ifs.
I can't take no more.
I hear you. Quirky, why you cut the music off on me, man? But actually, you don't have to play it.
So what was the point of saying that?
Because I wanted it at first, but then I decided no, because I do have a big announcement that needs no music. But before I get to that announcement, I want to mention everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and chiming in and commenting. So, the ones who did not comment, we appreciate you too. However, you're still
L for love. Good times.
Good times. I want to get those.
L is actually for a lurker.
Love.
You are officially a lurker.
Ricky put it up too.
We appreciate y'all anyway for putting up with our foolishness. Yeah. What'd you say, Chris?
Said Ricky put it up too. He put the L's up for lurker.
He put an L up. Get lurker. Yeah.
See, look at him.
We appreciate the lurkers too. And some of the lurkers might actually be haters. But we appreciate haters too. You know, so watch us. Maybe you'll learn something.
Haters won't ever come on here and debate us or anything, though. That's for sure.
No, at least not the specific haters I'm thinking of.
There's a
I
lot.
just want to see how Don Burr feels now that we got Ben Johnson.
We have not heard from him actually since we got Ben Johnson.
He on the submarine.
Morning.
He might be lurking.
He on no. Remember, he's on the submarine. Like,
Oh yeah, that's true as well. So he gets on when he can.
So now for that big announcement. So guys, this podcast has become a little bigger than, well, not a little, a lot bigger than what it was in 2020. And we have taken the show on the road before. If you did watch back in 2021, we took it to the winner circle. And we also took it to Hugh. But this one is a little bigger. So we are taking the show on March 25th at 6 p.m. We are taking it to the Staley, Israel Adonijah's restaurant. Former defensive end for the Chicago Bears, Israel Adonijah, his restaurant. We are taking the podcast to him at his restaurant, 6 p.m., 1800, I believe, on the corner of 18th and Michigan. It's right there. You can't miss it. And it's live, and everybody can come. So I am not asking you. I'm telling you, family.
Get your asses out there.
The whole family that's in the chat right now. We know everybody that's in the chat. Hey, we need y'all to show up at the Staley. Drinks on JB. Drinks on JB.
First drink.
Everybody. But show up at the Staley. I'm going to keep on announcing it. It's huge news for us. We're super excited about it. Israel's ready to go. We did a walkthrough. It's on and popping. So I need you all to show up, show out. 1800 South Michigan. So it's on the corner of 18th and Michigan. It's right there on the northwest corner.
The old Crows.
Yes, it used to be Crows. It used to be Crows, the sports bar. So, yes, it is now the Staley, Israel Adonijah's restaurant. We will be there live podcasting with Israel Adonijah. So we need you all to show up, please. We'll still have it streaming. We'll still stream, so you can still see it on your computer. But it would be better if you came. Get some good wings. They do some decent drinks over there. I don't know if it was just because it was me, but they do some decent drinks.
Maybe we could come up with a podcast specialty drink.
Maybe. Who knows?
The Clubhouse.
But guys,
the Clubhouse. Yep. Come on, get you a drink. $5 Clubhouse.
Right.
I like that.
I like that. So, yes, mark your calendars. The Chicago Clubhouse podcast is moving up in the world and will be a Staley's. Also, that's so big of an announcement, but an announcement anyway. Diversity House on Diversity right off of the expressway. That's where you can find Moore's Beer Brewery. They brew their beer over there now. Right. They brew over there now. And it's a whole sports bar. They have sports bites. They have a DJ in there. They have TVs. They play trivia. It's dope. So make sure you check that out. Lorenzo, thank you for that exact address. But it is on the corner of 18th and Michigan. but it's 1736 South Michigan. It's
Yep.
right up in that corner. But yeah, Diversity House is dope. The wings are dope. Of course, the beer is dope. Check it out. Make sure you check it out. It's a great place, great spot.
USA.
Parking is a little bit tough. But you can make it. You can make it. It's just a little bit tough though, but it's worth it. All right, so
I'll say one thing. There's one thing I could say to that. It's this.
Okay, USA. Okay, USA.
Just for you.
all right.
Okay, I'm in.
USA.
I'm not sure how that played.
It was just an okay thumbs up. You gotta love it.
Oh, okay.
USA, Canada. Okay, USA.
Okay, USA. All right. So anyway, make sure y'all check out Diversity House. And that is pretty much it for my shout outs. But I do want to say this before we part. And I said it before. Take your mental health seriously, man. Take it seriously, fellas. Don't be that macho dude like, nah, man, I'm straight. I'm cool with it. It's not gonna happen to me. Yeah, it can. It can.
Yeah. Shout out to our boy Mr. Chicago too. I don't know where he at, but shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Chicago. Where you been, man?
He did message you asking that you never sent him the link, so it might have been on you the whole time.
Shout out to Andrea. Shout out to her. She's a master therapist. She'll talk you off the ledge. Man. So if you have some problems or you need to talk to someone, she is a beautiful spirit and she will help you out. So make sure you hit her up in the you instant messenger or whatever on Facebook. You can talk to her here. Whatever you have to do. But she'll help you out, man. But so that's it for my shout outs. That's it for my
the violin for you.
That's it for my soapbox. I'm done. I'm finished.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
T-Nick, Frank the Tank, JB.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
And Lil Ricky.
We out.
Good night, Canada.
Oh.
Oh my God. Like Canada.
Your own people.
National anthem. All right, Crook fucking up.